Top 7 Best Graphic Card for Gaming in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT. AMD is offerings at all price points. When it comes to its mid-range options, the AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT is the best. We found it to be an excellent 1404 type graphics cards, expertly bringing Team Red's RDNA 2 architecture to a more approachable level, price-wise. That's not all. While it's not the best graphics card for it on the market, it can do ray tracing and give you a taste of it. It's an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti rival. However, it is closer to the RTX 3070 in price, which makes it a harder sell for the more budget-conscious. Still, we cannot deny its superb 1404 type performance. And if you're more of an AMD fan, it's still an excellent contender. You probably should get comfortable messing with your BIOS though. Number 6. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. The best graphics card on the market for most people, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 delivers excellent performance. It's on par with the RTX 2080 Ti even without costing an arm and a leg, bringing 4K gaming to the mainstream market for the first time. Before this card, 4K gaming was out of a lot of people's budget. The RTX 3070 does exactly that without forcing you to compromise on settings for most games. Yes, with this reasonably priced card powering your PC, you can play your favorite AA games in 4K at high settings without its performance suffering. A cheap price tag plus 4K gaming on quality settings equals great value. And that's why the RTX 3070 tops our list. We also appreciate the fact that it doesn't have the same massive cooler that the RTX 3080, which allows it to have a smaller form factor. Number 5. AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT. For rock-solid 1008 type gaming, you can't go wrong with the AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT. Not only is the card a great performer, but it doesn't use a lot of power, so you can install it in a system with a smaller power supply. Because of its great thermal efficiency, you also don't need a super expensive water cooling system built into your PC. Surprisingly and unfortunately though, it is a bit pricier than the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060, its direct competition, and doesn't come with ray tracing. However, during testing, we found it to be about 10% more powerful as well. So you do get a little more performance for that slight bump in price. AMD also has its own software tricks up its sleeve, including Fidelity FX Super Resolution, Smart Access Memory, and, for the competitive gamers out there, Radeon Boost. Now that the current generation of graphics cards has been around for a while, and we have the Xbox Series X and PS5 inadvertently pushing the standards for PC games higher, it's not just 4K gamers that are going to need an upgrade. The AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT is meant to power next-generation games at 1008 type, taking the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 head-on, especially when it comes to traditional rasterization without shiny ray tracing effects. Number 4. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. You can't beat the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 when it comes to performance. With a whopping 24 GB of RAM, no game, or, more importantly, heavy graphics project will suffer performance issues. In fact, we were even able to get some 8K performance at 60 FPS out of the 3090. It is an incredibly expensive unit, and quite large too, so it will probably be too much GPU for most users. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 is, in essence, a replacement for the Titan, so it's meant more for the creative user tackling intensive 3D and video rendering than for the avid gamer. Even so, it comes with a massive reduction in price compared to the Titan, making it a bargain for creative professionals used to shelling out a lot of money for the tools of their trade. Despite AMD's best efforts, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 still sits atop the pantheon of most powerful GPU. Powered by 24 GB GDDR6X RAM and cooled by a gigantic heatsink, it can keep up with the most strenuous demands, whether it's 3D rendering or hardcore gaming. Number 3. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti. there's a new NVIDIA champion in town, and it takes power and performance to an even more accessible price point. The long-awaited RTX 3080 Ti delivered the same level of performance as the RTX 3090 during our tests, an impressive feat in its own right, while dropping the price by a few $100s, making all that sheer power more accessible than ever. It continues what the RTX 3080 has started, to take 4K gaming into the mainstream arena. With its breathtaking 4K at 60 performance, it also stays cool under pressure. And, like many of the other 3000 series GPU, it's quite a stunning-looking card to boot. Of course, it's still among the more expensive of NVIDIA's offerings and requires a good amount of power to function properly. But this is still the best graphics card on the market right now, especially if you care about ray tracing. Any other year, and the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti would be a welcome sight. 9 months separate the launch of the 3080 Ti and the non-Ti version of the RTX 3080. And, it's the usual time frame for a refresh. It's a strange time to stick to that schedule. While NVIDIA surely has justifications for going ahead with this mid-generation refresh, the world of GPU, along with almost everything else tech-related, has been turned upside down. Number 2. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. With the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080, 4K gaming just became a lot more accessible. Before, you had to shell out more than $1,000/P1000 for the RTX 2080 Ti to get playable frame rates. However, with this new generation of NVIDIA graphics cards, the price of 4K gaming has dropped nearly half, thanks to the RTX 3080. When it comes to sheer power, the RTX 3080 boasts one of the largest generational leaps in GPU history, delivering a 50-80% performance boost over the RTX 2080 and a 20-30% boost over the RTX 2080 Ti, all while keeping the same price point as the RTX 2080. And, while it still comes at a premium compared to other GPU of this generation, it's still both an absolute powerhouse of a graphics card and a great value. We wouldn't recommend it. However, if you tend to play games at a lower resolution. Number 1. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. Is AMD no longer the king of great value GPU? The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti threatens the claim with its price-to-performance ratio. One of the newer arrivals in the RTX 3000 line, this graphics card punches way above its weight class, delivering a performance that could rival the RTX 2080 Super while keeping its price tag incredibly affordable for most people. That's with impressive ray tracing included. We've never seen 1080 gaming to be this good or this affordable. And if you plan on gaming in 4K, you can even do that, if just barely. You'll have to make some compromises on settings and skip the ray tracing. With that said, there's little else to fault with the 3060 Ti. It stays cool as a cucumber, and, for those who like to display their PC innards, is quite stylish. This is, indeed, the best graphics card for most people. So guys, that's all for the top 7 best graphic card for gaming in 2022. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care, bye.